Well, I'm Robin, if you guys already know. Um, I'm doing the teenage culture. Very strange, misunderstood culture, of course. Us teenagers are very just weird. Adults really don't understand what we're about. We listen to very strange music from a thing called Justin Bieber to Britney Spears, like girls my age used to listen to. Backstreet Boys were a big hit. Let's see who else. I'm into stranger music. I listen to steampunk. My favorite band is probably Abney Park. It's interesting. I've got to say, the outfits are hot. And yes, I dress like that. It's kind of like getting together with a bunch of nerds, dressing up like airship people. We got, I really don't know how to describe it. It's just awesome. Google it sometime. You'll come up with a lot of interesting things. Stereotypes were kind of, not all of us are bad. Like I myself, as a teenager, you expect someone to get really bad grades in school, or the average student getting C's and maybe B's in school. My family pushed me to get straight A's all through my grade school career, I guess you could say. They've let up a little bit in high school, but my morals are still there, and I'm a straight A student. Another stereotype, we like to party. I mean, who doesn't? But it's not like that's our main goal. We do that kind of in our spare time. For those of us underage, we have not hit the club scene yet. Being 19 kind of restricts where I go, who I hang out with. And also, being a girl, I guess I'm set to higher standards than guys. I was growing up with my brother. We had different roles. House. I would clean. I've been doing dishes since I was 8. I was in charge of that. My brother's laundry, my laundry. My brother was just in charge of cleaning his room. I kind of maintained the house. He was just kind of like the kid of the family. I wasn't. I was expected to grow up at a young age. And kids nowadays are kind of let off the hook. You could say that. Parents aren't as strict on kids these days, it seems, with grades, chores, how they act. They're not expected to mature early. You know, there's still 18-year-olds out there who have mommies that do their laundry. As I've been doing that since I was a little kid. Kind of, for us, I guess they're just really not strict. They've kind of lost their steam, I guess. They are not as strict on who we are with, who we hang out with. Families are not as tight-knit. And for teenagers, we're kind of like out on our own, basically trying to find ourselves from an earlier and earlier age. We're pushing what we can get out of our parents, what we can get away with. And younger kids now are doing what I never thought to do until like high school. I've seen elementary school kids, they've basically become their own person and gone out into the world by themselves, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, kind of shocking, I guess. Socioeconomic status. Teenagers nowadays aren't just kids who want to, like, spend all their parents' money. I mean, I personally have to work extremely hard to pay for my schooling. My dad never paid his half, which I'm still kind of mad about. I work part-time, but they push 35 hours a week. And believe it or not, cashiering is a difficult job. Pretty much all of my money, about 90% of my paycheck, goes towards funding schooling. And with like the whole budget thing, I'm not going to be able to afford full class load anymore. But we're not like just out to get your money. Like, oh my gosh. I do work for my money. I work hard. A lot of kids do nowadays. Like I said, the younger generation, like the elementary school students now, they're kind of just like accepting handouts. The kids my age are, as stated earlier, we're expected to mature faster, get jobs in high school, work our butts off, and we are expected to keep up good grades. With our family being like so on us about things, I'm kind of like branching out on my own, trying to get out of that teenage phase, but it's taking longer than I thought. As for religion, I was personally baptized a Catholic. My family, they were never strict on Catholicism in the house. We were allowed to believe what we wanted to, but I've seen a lot of families out there to where parents basically tell the kids what they're going to be, who they're going to believe in, what kind of faith they're going to, I guess, interact with. A really sad story from my elementary school days. I was friends with this Mormon girl. She was one of 5 girls in the family. As we got older, their parents kind of shied her away from me because I would not convert, and my mother was extremely against anyone trying to influence my religious beliefs. So the only reason I had a wedding invitation is because her mother said to. Kind of strange. I don't know. We're not all bad. We may talk funny. We use really interesting words like a lot, for instance. We say a lot of teenagers do swear in their everyday, I guess you could call it a language. I try to bite my tongue when I feel that coming on. I don't swear at people. It may slip in. That is just part of our language. Our learning styles, we're just the same as, I guess, our parents were. Some kids take more time than others to, like, get the hang of who they are, I guess you could say. Some kids don't mature as fast, but that is just, I guess, tied into their learning style. It just takes them longer to get it, to put it in simple terms. It just takes them forever to get it. I guess there is only one word for us. We're teenagers. We have a culture of our own. We listen to strange music. We dress up really weird. Not that I do or anything. T-shirt and jeans, oh yeah. We like to rebel. Some not as much as others. We are hard workers, not to be confused with the teenagers you're going to see spray painting walls or stealing from other people. A lot of us are good. Just the bad ones are highlighted and you don't see the other ones. Frustrating, but completely understandable. It's the same way with every other culture. From the early days on, we have become more and more independent. Not like some, I guess you can say, 1800s days where the boys like take after the father's profession, like they chop wood in the backyard and we cook over fire instead of a gas stove. We're not like that. We've changed a lot, and it's time someone actually sees that, and they don't expect us to conform to the norms of, say, the 1700s and 1800s. This is the 21st century, and putting it easily is times have changed. It's time that the adults realize that.